Hi, Mike DeCarlo here for decarlosdanger.com. Thanks for stopping by the YouTube channel. Had some things happen here in Sierra Vista, Arizona that are really, really disconcerting to Joe Schmo, the average citizen, at least me. Yesterday, there was a bomb threat called into my wife's school. Terrible, terrible thing. But everybody got outside safely and got away from the school within a standard of time, I would imagine. However, everybody got there. Nobody got hurt. All right, so let's go from that point forward. It's not that I don't care that a bomb threat was called in. Those will happen because they happen every year, especially at the end of the school year, no matter where you live or what kind of school you're in. But we did have something like this, not necessarily at a school, but something with an expected explosive device in a suitcase or something happened like that within the last few years, if I remember. I would say it was within 3 years or so. But anyway, I imagine that, one of the things that were suggested or could have fixed that from happening again would be to get a dog that smelled for bombs. Nope, but we opted for the robots and the body cam. And their further infringements upon your liberties. And a dog would have done. Well, one that smells bombs, explosives. We have plenty of dogs, you see. They're to generate revenue for the city, not for our safety. Because that's the only explanation I can figure out why we don't have an animal on the staff that can go or be loaned out to the county or to the feds, since they have all these other multi-agency agreements. Somehow we get stiffed on a bomb-sniffing dog again. Then we put kids and parade them through supposed bomb-filled buildings to get on city buses to be counted and justify $2 million being spent to fund it. Somehow cutting down or knocking down that steel fence, probably the automotive shop across the street had a welder or somebody bringing a sledgehammer out and knocking down the wall in the back, or cutting down the wall in the back, would have been a lot cheaper, folks. Don't worry. You'll see. Mark my words. It'll happen. Anyway, I've been working on this op-ed. Not op-ed, but letter to the editor. It was on something else, but it was about liberty and everything like that. But this kind of took the cake here. So it got refocused. The title remained similar. Not all sunsets in Arizona are beautiful. All right, this is a person who has served in this nation, therefore you, my neighbors, for 20 years in the United States Navy as submariner. To say that I am a little off and see things a little different from different angles would be a drastic understatement that I do not point out for the dramatic effect, but in a mere attempt to be as honest and truthful as possible in an effort not to conceal or sugarcoat in any way. So batten down the hatches, read along. We're all in this together. The choice is yours. Bail or turn on the drain pump. It's about tools and their uses, after all. Our collective tools are our council members and our public employees. Unfortunately, unchecked government actions, examples will be Social Security, birth registration requirements, driver's licenses, fluoride in the water, lead in the gas, carcinogen, even bike rides. These government actions have changed the equation to make we, the people, the tool. And that, my fellow Americans, cannot stand. As I, as a man, know that it will be found to be at best, or worse considered, sustainable. Transportations and bombs are on my mind. I can see here reading and come to a logical governmental conclusion that we are now justify our expenditures for transportation within the city's boundaries. These are not grammatical errors, folks. MBO. Since in layman's terms, the government has created a justification for the means and of the means to for us to further forfeit our liberties by taking an annual school ritual, that of the bomb threat call-in, which happens every year in every location, at least that I know, that every year that ends in four, or is a 4-digit long year. Using each and every one of its resources to further drain the strapped economy and further personal liberties on the west side of Sierra Vista. West. Creating the illusion that the west side of Sierra Vista is the Chicago of the Sonoran Desert. All these circumstances are not accusations, but merely a presentation of corroborated fact from multiple sources and open sources too. It is my truth, my logical deductive reasoning, why actions taken Friday, why actions on Friday were taken, and then as to what end. Because when the police department and city government make the claim that they are here for the safety of all, remember this. They let children stay outside for over an hour at the point furthest away from buildings where there was a threat of a bomb. And the threat of the bomb would most likely be in the building, so they had them at the furthest part away. They let children stay over there for over an hour. Then they paraded them in a march between the very buildings where the bomb could be, prior to a bomb-sniffing dog arriving from Tucson. What our community still doesn't have a bomb-sniffing dog? That there are other hundreds of drug-sniffing dogs in this community. It appears that the veil is being lifted, and when it is lifted, is being flaunted, that we, the people, are of no value to the government. It is when the most innocent are removed from harm's way only to be reintroduced into it for the purposes of occupying a seat on an overfunded and not required city bus that truly shows you the logic and the value of the leadership of the city in Sierra Vista. No one from the leadership came down there to tell the kids it would be okay. No police officer came in and said, it'll be all right, kids. No buses were used to be placed between the children and the schools to further give them further safety while somebody was located to knock down the fence or break through the brick. You see, the school day was over, and therefore the school day through the weekend was over. Any holes or patches made on any fences could easily have been repaired before Monday. Or was it easier to try to show the reason and requirement for a city bus system at the cost of $2 million that transports about 500 people? That, they'll tell you, is 1%. But don't forget, they told you a number on bicycles were 1% too, and that was about 200 and some odd. So I think we're really getting close to that 1%. We're not quite there, but you keep amping these 1% up, we're going to be at 10% soon. Folks, these people can't do math. They have no idea. They have no clue. And when they do have a clue, they act like they're so much more better than you. Because don't worry, they know. Follow me. If I hear that from a young person, again, does not understand the historical meaning of that. It's kind of sad. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Michael DiCarlo for decarlosdanger.com.